Hello, I'm Kurt, also known as the 1UP Kid, and here's a commentary on Kirby's Dreamland. Now, of course, the first stage is Green Greens, which has the famous music named after the stage. It's very catchy, and it's probably the most recognizable song next to Gourmet Race, which is in pretty much every Smash Brothers game. Now, you're probably noticing right now that Kirby actually can't swallow his opponents and gain their abilities, and that is because in this game, seeing how it's the first Kirby game, that idea didn't really come into play yet, because, you know, Kirby is still trying to make an identity for himself at this point. Here's the little mini boss, Poppy, damn it, it's Poppy something Jr., I can't remember his full name. He just throws bombs at you and you shoot him back at him. In later games, he gives you the ability to have the bomb power, no doubt. The story in this game is very simple. Kirby's just trying to retrieve the food, all the food that King Dedede decided to steal from Dreamland, and Kirby just won't have it, so he's going to get it all back. He's retrieving it. Very nice of Kirby, isn't it? Are those pigs trying to be like thieves or ninjas? I just never really understood the whole mask. Just letting you know, it's like, hey, it's an evil pig. Don't trust them. They're galloping happily. I don't know if they do gallop. Whatever. The first boss is the most famous boss in the Kirby universe, is Wispy Woods, who is also extremely famous and pretty much appeared in almost every game. There's a few games where he's not in there. One of them I can recall off the top of my head is I think Kirby Squeak Squad and Kirby's The Amazing Mirror. I could be wrong about Squeak Squad. Grab the star. Here's Kirby's little famous dance. Kirby's dance actually changes up as each game goes on, only by a little, but for the most part it stays the same. And here's stage 2, Castle LOLOLO. It's a castle. Oh, not that. I almost said something else. Microphone. I really like this theme. It's like, it has like a mysteriousness to it, like we're exploring this place, don't know what's in it. Here's a two-face mask. Those guys were always annoying, but, well, they were annoying, but they were not hard to deal with at all when I was little. Oh, speaking when I was little, what really got me into the Kirby franchise was that when my cousin Sean, when I was over at my cousin's house way back then, man, like, I was really young by then. I think I was 6. My cousin Sean had his Game Boy Advance, and not a Game Boy Advance, wow, Game Boy Color, and he was like, hey, you want to try this out? And he had Kirby on it, so I decided to play it, and I was hooked. I think, like I said, I think I was 6 or 5, I really don't remember, it's been so long. And from there, I've really been a Kirby fan. However, I didn't buy this game until I moved way back in 2000, where I saw it at a GameStop for 14 bucks, it was used. So, you know, I didn't get anything fancy. I didn't get the awesome box or the manual, which sucks, but hey, you know what? The game meant more to me than the extras. Now, what I just picked up was actually Hot Curry, which I did not know that it was Hot Curry into Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Now, if you use the curry and hit the question mark right there, you get the maximum tomato. Which is interesting, because I actually looked at the manual of this game, and for the very first game, they called it, here at least in America, they called it the bag of magic food. Which is weird, because, you know, it doesn't look like, well, I guess you can see a bag, but, you know, it's from, you know, it's known as the tomato from every game since. Now here's our bosses, I mean, LOLOLO and LOLOLO. Very simple pattern. You suck up the boxes, you avoid them by either going up or down the transparent, well, not transparent, but, well, just go up or down the platforms, you suck up the box, and you shoot back at them. And when one of them runs, I guess when they lose 3 of their own health bars, they explode, and you just have to fight one of them until they're both gone. Float Islands. I'm sorry if the audio looped here when I was actually recording this game, because the only way I could really record this game was through an emulator, and when I was recording it, which was a nightmare, I don't really want to get into that. I accidentally skipped over that opening, and I was kind of pissed off. So I actually just, instead of re-recording the whole game, which to me at that point it's like I'm not doing that, I'll just edit in the intro. So I'm sorry that's a little sloppy. I like this theme. I actually don't know the name of this theme, which is sad, but it's very nice. That's a great thing about video games. The water levels is like one of the levels I tend to look forward to a lot. Like sometimes they can really suck, but at the same time they always seem that they always have the best like relaxed music. One of the most relaxing musics I can think of in terms of like water or beach themed is definitely like Dire Docks. I think that's what it's called, from Super Mario. Not Super Mario. Oh yeah, Super Mario 64. That song's just so cool. Yes, if you go in here, there is a 1-up. Kirby doesn't have a swimming animation in this game. He doesn't gain a snorkel until I think Kirby Superstar actually. Kirby Adventure I think does not have the snorkel either. I think they have the same swimming animation. However, I do know that its remake, Nightmare in Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance, has a snorkel, but at the same time that game also has the hats, so yeah. Grab the hot curry again. In this room right here, if you go in it, you can actually pick up a 1-up and a bottle of juice, which they call Pep Brew. I'd choose not to go in there because, well, I'm fine. I don't really need either. The whale. I really thought that was funny. Now the thing I'm actually about to pick up, for the longest time I had no idea what it was. I thought it was a lemon, I thought it was a lime, but then I found out it's a mint leaf. Yeah, I don't get that. Now here's our here's the third boss who's about to die, whose name was Kablooa, which, you know, we'll get back to her when later in this commentary. Here we are, bubbly clouds. I had to pause at one point. I think I had to edit. If you're wondering, edit what? Well, it's not important. Here are Scarfies. Probably the only enemies in this game that you cannot suck up, because they'll turn into Cyclops. Little devils. So you can only kill them when you puff up and shoot out one of your air bubbles. Puffs, bubbles. Not really bubbles. Yeah. Yeah, this is you can only use your enemies as projectiles, because usually in different Kirby, in most Kirby games, you can usually suck up these guys, Wallabies, and these Sir Knights, and get abilities like the Cutter or the Beam. But nope. That was lucky. I actually forgot he was there. If you look above Kirby, right on the left, that's actually a hidden room, which if you go all in that crevice and hit up, which I think has items, and then it takes you straight to the mini-boss, but I just choose not to go that way, because I want to show off the whole level, even though it's really not much to show. Now here's the first mini-boss of this stage, well, even though each stage only tends to have 2 mini-bosses, but whatever. Mini Croco, who has, I guess, 4 spinning clouds around him. What he does is that he drops these cannonballs and does a figure 8 loop, and he drops Wallabies, and all you have to do, Walladoos, I'm sorry, and all you have to do is shoot the Walladoos at him until he dies. take Kirby's warp star into space. And I grab the mint leaf again. I still can't get over that. It's a mint leaf? Am I like puffing out fresh air? I honestly don't know. It's just, I was like, what is that? And when I found out it's a mint leaf, I'm like, really? Mint leaf? The thing that's sadder is that I didn't find out about the mint leaf till now, so I know. But, yeah. That was dumb of me. Just ran into it. You know, I always tried breaking that block over there to see if I keep going, but of course you can't. Now, if you go all the way to the top of the stage and hit up on the moon, it'll actually take you to a hidden room in which you can pick up tomatoes, and 1-ups, but you have to aim yourself so you can grab them. If you fail to do that, you won't get them. They'll just fall through the floor. And here we are at the final boss, Kracko, with the clouds and spikes. His pattern pretty much is that he either goes above you, right across, or he goes under you, like that, in a swooping motion. And he does a beam attack like the Wallaloos do. And he drops down Wallaloos, which you have to use them as the projectiles to hurt him. Very simple boss pattern. Just requires some reflexes if you're not paying attention. You know, Kracko is actually like one of the few bosses that really keeps, like, who has changed over the years in terms of like boss patterns, which I guess shows that how popular it is for him to give a variety of moves and stages and looks. And here we are at the final stage, Mount DDD. This theme's so awesome, so kick-ass. I honestly don't really know how to describe this thing other than, like, it pumps you up. However, before we can fight King Dedede, we must replay all the previous stages. Well, not really. What we really have to do is pretty much play, you know, a shortened or redone version that's extremely short of each stage, and to progress through each room, you have to hit an image of you. And you can actually mimic all of the images that are you with like your own moves. Like you can do the walking, you can do the crouching. And there goes Wispy Woods. Again. Poetry. Yeah, I was like right here, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not gonna jump. Ouch. Now it was LOLOLO and LOLOLO. They actually have their own game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. They actually make a cameo in this game. They're actually I actually never played their game. But I found that interesting to find out that, you know, they're their own property and they're just here as a boss. But at the same time, it's very common. Nintendo tends to put cameos of their own games and other games that they've made. Yeah, I was kind of lollygallying here. Sorry. Can't say a few things. I apologize. Now, the image that's coming up, he does this interesting stance, and you can actually do that, but only in one way. You have to actually pause the game and wait long enough, and he'll do it. Like, he'll do that stance, which is cool. Now, here we are against Kablooa, again, which is a girl. Yeah, like, you can tell, huh? Her strategy's really simple, of course. You just have to avoid her cannons that she shoots at you, and you just have to hit her, and then you're done. Krako's mini stage is the easiest. You just fall, and then you hit your image, and then you get to fight Krako. None of them are hard, but it's just like his is just a simple 1, 2, 3, and then here you are. I saw the new Kirby game that's coming out on the Wii. I'm really excited for that. I assume that it's the same game that's been that was being worked on for the GameCube, which I was always wondering what happened to that game, because you know, when I saw it way back in 2005, I was like, man, that game's awesome. I really want to play it. And then it just went away pretty much quietly after Brawl was announced. So it's nice to see it submerge again after, wow, 6 years? Holy crap. It's been a long time. I'm really looking forward to that, because I love the games where Kirby has his hats, and like the more traditional Kirby games. I really don't know how to describe it. Kirby's Epic Yarn, which came out in 2010, was amazing. But it felt more like Kirby 64 and not like a standard Kirby game. So it was amazing, beautiful animations, but it's definitely its own thing. And here we are at the final boss, King Dedede, who, of course, just like every other boss in this game, is really easy. In this, you, of course, are playing defensive, I'm sorry. And you just have to keep avoiding his attacks until he gives you stars, which he'll do by doing a hammer attack or a spring attack, either or. Right here, I just get hit with, like an idiot. Hit. I got him. You know, for the longest time when I was little, but I figured this out like the second time after I played this game, that I didn't realize that was an arena behind him. But like I said, the second time I played this game, which was, you know, a long time ago, I was like, oh yeah, that's an arena, no duh. And the final hit, and that beats King Dedede. But I could have sworn I hit him out through the left side. We'll ignore that. It's okay. So all the stars we collected made Kirby made Kirby into a hot air balloon. I can dig it. I love sunset endings. They're really cool. I liked it. I also really liked it in Kirby Superstar and its remake Ultra. When you beat Meta Knight's story, you also have a sunset ending. It's awesome. I love this ending credits theme too. It's like, congratulations, man, you beat the game. Makes you feel all good inside. Well, I absolutely love this game. It was pretty much a game that helped me become the person I am, and like the gamer I am today. It was so simple, and it really showed me how, you know, it's something so simple and so cute you can have so much fun with. To me, this game still stands, you know, it's extremely fun to play. It's really short, of course, but, you know, it's meant to be a beginner's game. So you have to expect that. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this commentary. I am Kurt, also known as the 1UpKid. I really hope you enjoyed this commentary. King Dedede.